Hi.
Shalom.
Shalom. Where's Rabbi Elias?
Shalom, everybody. I'm on my way. I'm right there.
Oh, okay.
I thought Toby was taking over tonight.
Shalom, everyone.
Hey, Toby.
Shalom, Toby.
Hi.
Shalom, Toby.
Shalom, Ellen.
Home, Ellen Rose.
Hi. How are you, Al?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Okay, thank you.
Beautiful day today.
Yes, it was. How is it
Yeah.
where you are?
In the 70s.
Oh, wow.
Sunny.
Yeah.
Hi, Marvin.
That's as warm as it gets in San Francisco most of the time.
I have to ask Elias about that.
Shalom. Yes, I'm sorry. I didn't honestly, I don't know if it was my I didn't know if Rabbi Nancy was supposed to be here or I was, but I noticed just now that I came to actually be part of the service, but perhaps there was a miscommunication. So I'm happy that we're here. Shalom, everybody. Thank you for being so
Shalom.
patient. I didn't expect it. That's why I'm in my official USPS hoodie. I'm official card carrying NALC, National Association of Letter Carriers member. So this is what you get right now, Rabbi in a hoodie. Hope that's okay.
We'll take it.
You work for the post office?
I did in 2020. Let me get my stuff together.
Oh,
This reminds, can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah.
This reminds me of that part of the Barbra Streisand 1993 special where she says, I'm getting verklempt. Talk amongst yourselves. I'll give you a topic.
she went to my high
The
school.
Prince of Tides was neither about princes nor tides. Discuss. So discuss while I get my slides, okay?
Barbara Streisand went to my high school in Brooklyn.
Really?
She was about a year
Well,
behind.
that's a claim.
Yeah, she was about a year behind me.
Oh,
I think she
Wow.
graduated in 59. I graduated in 58.
oh, okay. Did you ever meet her at school?
No, I never did. In fact, I didn't know.
Don't tell me not to think.
She was too busy trying to get on Broadway, which she did when she was 19, right?
I don't know. Yeah, well,
No, that was I can get in for you wholesale. I think she was 19 years old. So
That's
she
amazing.
probably wouldn't have seen her much, Marvin. She probably would have been cutting school quite a bit, so to go become Barbra Streisand.
probably. I don't know.
All right, now let's find a Ma'ariv that.
She did go to Erasmus Hall High School in Brooklyn.
Okay, this looks like a good one. Slide here. Ta-da. I hear no one talking about the Prince of Tides. I assume that little gimmick didn't work, but I'm almost done. All right. I will share the screen. Oh, I didn't even fix my audio. All right. I need one more second, okay? I'll be right back.
Okay.
How you doing, Ellen? How do you feel? How's your hip?
I'm doing okay, Ellen Rose. Thank you for asking. My hip has been really painful.
I can imagine, yeah.
It's
You
gonna be a
taking
couple of-
medication? Are you taking
I'm not
medication?
taking pain medication because I couldn't function at my job, but I'm taking Celebrex, which is helping minimally, actually.
Mhm.
Can you guys hear me?
Hi,
Yes,
Sephora.
Hi, everyone. Sorry, Elias is on an outreach call with me. I'm so sorry, guys, but he'll be up soon.
No,
Yeah.
no,
He's on an outreach call with me. You know?
Honestly, I was not scheduled today, as far as I know. But maybe I made a mistake. We were just chatting.
No,
And-
Rabbi Nancy was supposed to come last week, and Rabbi Deborah substituted for her.
Oh,
At least that's what we were told.
But I don't know, and it doesn't really matter because I'm here, and I hope I'm gonna find out if Rabbi Nancy is okay, because I think it was, yeah, it was definitely not on my
Huh.
schedule.
Okay.
So I'm hopefully she's okay, and it was just a miscommunication. But no, Deborah. Wait, where's Rabbi Deborah is? Not here. Okay. I got a text from her, but she's not. We'll talk later. All right, now we got everything up here. All right. Oh, I'm starting this chair. Okay. So, no, Sephora, I'm happy you're here. I'm happy we reminded each other that it's Ma'ariv. We were on the phone and we said, "Oh, I guess we gotta go. It's Ma'ariv time." So, welcome everybody to Sim Shalom. I'm Rabbi Elias Swang, and we're about to start the Ma'ariv service. As soon as I can get it to work, actually.
15 minutes late.
Oh, actually, I opened the wrong kind of thing. Okay, we're gonna start the Ma'ariv service in a few more minutes. I actually opened the Keynote version of the slides, not the PDF version, and that Keynote version doesn't work very well. Excuse me. Okay. Sephora and I were we were just talking, actually. It's really ironic because we were just talking about how we both came to Sim Shalom for ourselves, to find the
Yeah,
healing.
really.
And that's exactly where,
Yeah.
that's why. And then we were talking about it, and we were like,
Mhm.
we both, Sephora and I both hold, like, let me stop the share. I'm stopping it. We hold leadership positions in our various communities. And
Yep.
and when we sometimes it's, I'm coming both as Rabbi Elias, but also as just Elias. I'm coming to the Sim Shalom. I came today because I just wanted to see who was here, see if Marvin Gruber's cats would finally show up.
Yep.
That sort of thing.
So I like my
so-
bed too much.
I would want to see if Aurelia's up. I want to see, that kind of. Is she? How's she doing, Reba? She's good. Okay.
Oh, she's doing great. She was crying a few minutes ago, but she seems happy now. I think Mom's giving her breakfast.
Cool. And I wanted to see, I just wanted to connect with everybody. So I'm happy that I can. One of the nice things about this space is I feel like I can be both. You got to see me in my hoodie, getting all my audio set up, and now we can actually do the service. So this looks nice. We can see this, yes? Okay. Well, and I have a ukulele. I have this ukulele. I gave a presentation. Actually, this is so funny. I gave a presentation yesterday at the UJUC on spiritual resilience. And we looked at the way the scientific literature is showing that there's a lot of studies that people's resilience that they go through in their own lives affects the lives of the children that they don't even have yet, the children that might be in their womb, and the generations to come in a very physical ways. And then we looked at how much our peoplehood has been affected by people like Moses, people like Miriam, the people who decided, people like Reba helping raise her granddaughter. The leadership positions we take in our peoplehood is so much a reflection of how much we want to overcome where we've been. And it's a blessing to be part of this community with all of you. It really is. So let's get going. Thank you for your patience. Hine matovu manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matovu manayim shevet achim gam yachad. How good and how pleasant it is that we dwell together in unity. Matovu ohalecha Yaakov mishkenotecha Yisrael. Now it's the Baruch Hu time. Marvin, I was going to ask your cats, but they're not here. It's a joke. You can do it. Would you like to Baruch Hu for us, Marvin?
You do it.
Okay.
Baruch Hu es Adonai Hambarach.
Baruch Adonai Baruch Leolam Va'ed. Bless the Eternal, bless the Holy One, the Holy Presence, the Blessed One forever and ever. Amen. The same thing that caused Moses to not just look, but stare at that bush and keep staring. And then he heard God calling to him. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bivaro ma'ariv aravim. So, we are here on this planet as becoming day becomes night and night becomes day, and we are grateful for being exactly where Hashem meant us to be. Baruch atah Adonai ha'ma'ariv aravim. Ahavat olam. Your love has embraced us always in wilderness and promised land, in good times and bad, night and day. Your Torah sustains us, reviving the spirit and delighting the heart, informing the soul and opening the eyes, granting us a glimpse of eternity. Because of your love, we shall embrace Torah day and night, in devotion and delight. Beloved are you, Adonai, whose Torah reflects your love. By Jules Harlow. Please read responsively with me on the right. In the stories of our past,
You are
You are revealed.
in the laws you gave at Mount Sinai,
You are revealed.
in the questions that we ask and the answers that we might find,
You are revealed.
in the light that burns off fog and in the darkness that swallows grief,
You are revealed.
in my questing, in my doubts, and in my fear, and in the joy of my dreams come true.
You are revealed.
In all the blessings that surround us, those seen and unseen, blessed are you. Oh, Ellen, one more
You
time.
are revealed.
Thank you. Blessed are you for opening our senses to all your revelations. And we can read in the Hebrew at the very bottom of the page, Baruch atah Adonai
Adonai.
Ohev Amo Israel.
Yeah.
Now is the whole purpose of the service, the reason we've all been waiting. I would like to invite who wants to Shema, raise of hands, whose feelings particularly emphatic about their Judaism today. Let me see. Okay. I will do it. Let me see. Wait, we just got pictures. Look at that. That's Mark and Barbara who look like they're being in the, are you lost in the Grand Canyon? Shalom. It's nice to see you. It's nice to see you both.
Yeah, we're having some background problems.
Oh, it's okay.
But-
Zoom thinks that Barbara is part of the background. That's the problem.
That's okay.
I can do the Shema if you would like.
I would love that, please. Thank you, Mark.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem Kavod Malkuto Leolam Va'ed.
Man. Would you like to continue?
Sure. Oh, I can try. V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha, v'kol levavakah, v'kol nashakah, v'kol meodekah. V'hayu hadivarim ho'ele, asher anoki mitzavdekah hayom al levavekah. V'shinartam levavekah, v'dibarta bam, v'shiftekah b'vetekah, uv'elektekah b'adera, Usharpakah, Uvkumekah, Ushartom Leoda, Yodekah, Vahayulatofot, Benenekah, Uskartam, Amazuzot, Betekah, Uvisharekah.
And to conclude, we can all say together,
Adonai Elohim Emet.
Amen. I don't think I've ever heard you two do a whole prayer together like that. That was beautiful. I felt it. Thank you. You helped really centered me where I am. So thank you for that. Now we proclaim, this is from the Siddur Rabbi Deborah Mackenzie. Who is like you, O God, among the gods that are worshipped? Who is like you, majestic in holiness, awesome in splendor, working wonders. As you divided the sea before Moses, your children saw your sovereignty. This is my God, they proclaimed, and said, Adonai shall reign forever. Mi chamocha napailim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar bakodesh, nora tehilot o sefele, nora tehilot o sefele. Hashkivenu time. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu l'shalom, lahamidenu malkeinu lechaim. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu l'shalom, lahamidenu malkeinu lechaim. Shelter us beneath your wings and guard us from all harmful things. Teach us, God, wrong from right. And now it is time for the Amidah, where we acknowledge that we are standing in the footsteps of our ancestors and on the path to our destiny. We are all part of the same loving family that created every single one of us. Please rise for the Amidah, in body or in spirit, of course. Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi yagid sit tehilatecha. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Velohei Avotenu Veimotenu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzchak Velohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel Velohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor Vehanora El Elyon Gomel Chasadim Tovim Vekonei Hakol Vezocher Hastei Avot Ve'imahot Umevi Geula Livnei V'neihem Leman Shemo Be'ahava Melech Ozer Umoshiach Umagen Baruch Atah Adonai Magen Avraham Bezrat Sarah Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai Mechayeh Kol Atah Rav Lehoshia Morid HaTal Mechakel Chaim Bechesed Mechayeh Hakom Berachamim Rabim Somech Noflim Verofe Cholim Umatir Asurim Umekayem Emunato Lishenei Afar Michamocha Bal Gevurot Umidom Melach Melech Memit Umechayeh Umatzmiach Yeshua V'ne'eman atah lechayot hakol Baruch atah Adonai Mechayeh hakol. Or Hametim for Ellen and Tinoki and all of the Lower East Side. Why not? Are you on the Lower East Side? Is that where you are still, Ellen? Yes.
Yes, on the east side.
Well, I'm on the West Coast, so, and here we are together praying tefillah together. So that's
Right.
that's the wonderful thing about Sim Shalom.
The miracle about technology.
Isn't that
Absolutely.
nice? I love
Yes.
that about the technology these days. So, this, I'll be fully transparent. I did not create a new slide service for tonight because I just showed up expecting to be here like you. So we'll see what happens. Thanksgiving. Oh, good. This is also from the Siddur Rabbi Deborah McKenzie with, I take this moment as an opportunity to breathe, smile, and be present in my own journey to recall, remember, and acknowledge my achievements, my lessons learned, my loved ones, and kindnesses and good fortune, a joyful heart or a spirit of sincere gratitude, a sense of peace, or any of my many varied blessings. I love this part of Rabbi Deborah's Siddur because so often when you're at the end of your day, you feel like you have been giving your whole day, and then there's very little feedback you get sometimes, spiritually speaking, from the environment, from those around you. And sometimes it really does take that moment to center yourself in gratitude for what you are, for what you've already done, for what you are and what you know is in yourself, even if it's not acknowledged by anyone else. That's really why I love this part of Rabbi Deborah's service. Modim anachnu lach. We proclaim that you are Adonai, our God, and the God of our ancestors throughout all of time. Baruch atah Adonai hatov shmicha ulecha ne'eh lahodot. Praised are you, Adonai, the essence of goodness, to whom it is worthy to give praise. We are not going to have a Torah service because this is from not today. But what we can do is Osei Shalom. But before we do Osei Shalom, I want to. This is so good because actually I just wrote earlier today. I had an experience that I really wanted to share with Sim Shalom, and so I would love to, if you would permit me, to share a short devar about finding yourself in the midst of all of what's going on right now. I became several times this week aware of when I could have actually saved someone's life. I don't know. The first time was a friend of mine whose life was lost way too young a few days ago. And I was not necessarily as present with this friend as I could have been. And I thought about all those moments when maybe I thought about reaching out and I didn't, or maybe I had an abundance of goodness in my life and I was a little bit thoughtless and I might have been able to include her in that abundance a little bit more. And I also had this moment where I was really just having a lazy day. This was a few days ago, and I was watching some trash TV on Netflix, and I really wanted some comfort food, so I ordered some Israeli food from this amazing Israeli restaurant that's in San Francisco called Oren's. And it was delivered by a man who was riding an electric bicycle without a helmet in the streets of San Francisco, which is very dangerous. And he was coming up the hill, and I felt so awful. I was like, wow, this man is risking his life to deliver me some comfort food, some lunch, something I don't need necessarily. I could have made my own food, but he's risking his life to do this. And then when he arrived, he apologized to me because apparently he thought he was late. And I was just, I wanted to vomit in myself. I was like, I can't believe you. And then I asked him, why aren't you wearing a helmet? Why aren't you wearing a helmet? And he said, and he pointed at his head and he says, too hot. He was wearing a beanie and he thought it would be too hot to have a beanie and maybe uncomfortable to put on a helmet over his beanie because it's cold outside. And I said, okay. And I went in and I said, stay safe. But what I didn't think about is that I actually have an extra helmet for my own. I have an extra helmet and it was just 50 feet away at the time. And it had a warm lining in it. And had I thought about actually being present in that moment, I haven't used that helmet in over a year. I do not value it whatsoever. And I know there are fatalities on the streets of San Francisco, especially with bicyclists and pedestrians every year. I have no idea if this man is going to be a victim of one because his livelihood puts him in danger of that, just to deliver people like me who are watching trash TV some comfort food. And so I knew I had an option there. I could either feel really bad about myself, like, wow, what a jerk am I? Or maybe just put it aside and say, okay, I did the best I could in that moment. What can I do to set myself up so I can remember who I want to be next time? So I put the helmet next to the door. Not because I'm necessarily going to give anybody a helmet anytime soon, but because I want to remind myself, like having the mezuzah on the door. I want to remind myself what matters to me every time I cross a threshold. And crossing a threshold, like pressing your hand on a mezuzah and kissing it, for me, I had to rediscover the meaning in that with my helmet because I had forgotten. I was being materialistic and selfish and not present with another human being. And now I want to remember that this is who I am. This is who I choose to be. I am not my mistakes. And that's what the helmet is for. And that's what the mezuzah is for. That's what the mezuzah reminds us, that we're all part of the same family, that we make mistakes. We're not always the most present. We don't always live our values. Sometimes we perform them like I did. But we always get another moment with every breath, with every step to make your own life exactly what you want it to be. So I can't give him a helmet, but I can talk about it and I can put the helmet next to my door. And, that's kind of the whole idea of the burning bush moment. That's the whole idea of any time one of our ancestors had a realization that it's like when Abraham takes the idols and smashes them. We are way more than all of this nonsense, this mishigas that divides us. We are one united entity, the whole living beings on earth. And our Torah hopefully brings us back to that. And that's why we're always here at Sim Shalom at 4 p.m. my time, 7 p.m. your time, Ellen. So now Man, it felt so good to get that off my chest because that really bothered me. So thank you for letting me share that.
Rabbi, may I make a suggestion?
Yeah.
Why don't you call the store and ask the guy, who delivered it? Maybe you could still give him the helmet.
It's a good suggestion. This was through a service, and I'm not able to
Ah.
contact him anymore. It was through DoorDash, but
Okay.
and I'm sure it was not. I'm sure DoorDash officially, for their legal purposes, tells him to wear a helmet. And when he when he probably showed them a helmet when he was employed, they would just cover, CYA.
Okay,
And
yeah.
so, if I had a way to get in contact with him, I would. And
I got it.
that is what Tinoki's mom would say, isn't it? How do you find him? Maybe I can go look for him. It's a very loving thing to say. Thank you, Ellen. So, before I move on, does anyone else want to talk about something that really made them grateful this week, that they rediscovered about their faith, about how they want to live? I want to just open that up and let anyone say anything if they wanted to. Yeah, sure. Of course, Barbara.
Hello, can people hear me? Can
Yes.
people hear me?
Okay,
Hi,
so Barbara, okay?
Yes,
I'm so thankful to Rabbi Elias for having an outreach call with me earlier today, and I don't need to find the DoorDash man, but I can find my biological father, who is a perpetrator of childhood sexual abuse, and I'm so proud of myself that I filed a child that I filed police report against him, and I'm just healing now. I'm just healing now, and that was a reason for my phone call with Rabbi Elias, and I feel like I'm just like 31 years old now, and I'm just now healing from that. And it's hard. It's really hard because in my support groups, I feel like I can't really talk about it because the people are very, very damaged, and I feel like they're beyond healing. And I sponsor some of those girls, but I'm healing now, and thank you, Rabbi, for all of your outreach, and I'm thankful for my Shalom family for just holding me while I heal.
Exactly.
And,
First of
with
all,
that,
big hug. Big hug.
Thank you, Rabbi.
Big hugs for Sephora. Okay, big hugs for Sephora. Every one of us shows up. That's the thing I love about this community, is we have the ability to be radically honest and tell our truth and be held and be exactly the way we are. And Sephora and I were talking about the name of this synagogue, Sim Shalom. It's make peace. It has nothing to do with fighting anybody else's battles. It has nothing to do with, the whatever battles are going on inside of you. It's about making that peace that connects us. And so what Sephora was just talking about, finding a place where you can feel supported. So many of us have jobs where we support other people, and it's very important to us, those roles. But we do need to find places where we can be supported in ourselves, where we can feel held, where we can feel loved for exactly who we are by other people, by our synagogue, by our community. It means a lot to me that you came, Sephora, that you called me earlier today. It always means a lot whenever we talk. Anyone at the Sim Shalom family, we have really meaningful conversations here. So I want to let you know, Sephora, I really appreciate you. Thank you for sharing that. And then I promised Barbara would be next. Did you want to share something, Barbara?
I did want to share last week. We were at my sister's synagogue, and I noticed that there was mezuzahs at waist level on all the entranceways. And I'm like, what's going on? Why are they not where they belong? And it was for people in wheelchairs that I was just very impressed.
Oh, that's beautiful. That
Let-
is beautiful.
Let us all aim to be mezuzahs at wheelchair height in our own lives.
Yeah.
You know,
I
that's
mean, they also had others that were
Right.
normal height, but
But the
Yeah.
idea, the intention is to make it inclusive, to bring that experience, that which is really intimate and a really integral part of Jewish life, down
right.
and inclusive to other people, to people who are often forgotten about simply because they're disabled, they're in a wheelchair, whatever.
Yeah. No, I
It's a
had
beautiful
never seen
thing.
it before. I was very impressed. Yeah.
So I'm not alone with the helmet. It's someone else came up with it first. Just move the mezuzah, put it on the floor, put it, and it doesn't. I don't have a scroll in it yet, but if I put a scroll in that helmet, it would be a mezuzah. So wow, that was a beautiful story. Thank you for sharing that, Barbara. Toby, I noticed you unmuted. Did you want to share something?
Yeah, I'm 45 years old and I'm still healing from childhood abuse, sexual abuse, and rape. And I'm still in the process of healing. And it doesn't happen in 1, maybe 2 days or a week or a month or a year. But gradually it gets easier and easier the further along you go. So just wanted to thank Sephora for sharing her story. And I wanted to let her know she's not alone in the journey.
Amen to that. I've shared my mom's story. My mom is a survivor of childhood sexual assault, and a lot of neglect and a lot of abuse. And so much, it's very, very important to be able to remind ourselves that it is a journey. The heal. I got to see up close, because she was my own mother, the intimate details of what it takes to survive on a day-to-day basis, being, and having to understand the way you adapt in public places, the way you understand yourself in different ways. It's a huge journey, and it's very important that the taboo of shame in the society that goes along with it. It's so awful that there's this taboo that restricts people from talking about things that they didn't do, that predators did to them. So you have this, that's one of the things making peace is about. It's where there is war, we will make peace. And that's what Toby's doing. That's what Sephora's doing. That's what the people who hung the mezuzahs at wheelchair height are doing. It's really hopefully that's what we're doing here too, right now. You okay, Marvin?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Did anyone else want to share before we continue?
I've got a short story.
Sure.
Gentleman that I share the truck with, going through divorce, went through some hard times, and had long marriage and one child. So he's quite emotional and has a lot of anger, and so I have to deal with him every day. So I give him a lot of leash, lack of a better term. But when I get in the truck, there's Cheez-Its crumbs all over the seat, all over the floor. And then the other day he left me a note about not cleaning the windshield, which I do every day, but it's spring. So going back to my publishing roots, I thought the poison pen was coming out, And then I'm on the road 8 hours a day, so I had a lot of time to think about it. So I said, I'm just going to let this go. I'm not going to write that letter. I am going to go to Amazon, though. I did find an adult bib. I told my wife I'm going to give him this bib, it's latex, so all the crumbs can fall in there. I'm going to give him a belated birthday card and 2 boxes of Cheez-Its.
Wow.
So then I had more time to think about that, and I go, I might humiliate this guy. I think I'm going to send the bib back. Maybe I don't want to do that. So I think I had a lesson in my own humility and thinking about something that I could do that could be interpreted as negative and then causing emotional harm to another person. So I had a total reversal of thought on that. And the other thing that came with the Amazon package was I bought a Yahtzee candle for my mother-in-law's, and it arrived broken. So I'm also grateful to Amazon that are willing to replace it for us this week. So
Wow.
thank you.
What a story. You had me. You got me with the bib. You saw everyone here saw me laughing at that. So
I laughed too. I thought it was funny. I said, well, how can I deal with this with humor? And
But
I
then you
found the
thought second.
humor, but then I thought I was humiliating another individual.
So what I heard you saying is, someone was doing something for not intentionally maliciously, but because of out of their own pain, they were really being disrespectful to you. They were impacting your work environment. They were being, not very nice. And you found your way through refining and you had a situation where you could have been brewing on that for every single mile of your journey. You could have gotten angrier and angrier. You could have wanted to you could have decided to do things. But one of the things that makes us Jews is that there's no such thing as having a thought crime. You can think whatever you want. As we think, we develop more and more of an understanding. Every thought we have, we feel with our souls. And when we finally find the thought that aligns with our souls, we hopefully do that. And what I witnessed you doing was exactly that. Exactly what the Chabadniks taught me when I was little. So
Amen.
that was amazing. And also how much compassion you have for yourself, knowing that, it's okay for me to feel pissed off. It's okay for me to want to make a joke and then realize, oh shoot, this joke might be misinterpreted. This guy's going through a lot of pain. I don't want to add any to him. I don't feel entitled to do that just because, of that. Wow. Big hug to everyone who shared today, including Al and Sephora and Toby and Barbara and every single person who kisses a mezuzah at wheelchair height, which I will from now. That is so cool. So let us all be the mezuzah at wheelchair height. Let us be the return package that Al sent the bib in. Let us all be that. That's very cool. What a cool community. And look at this, the perfect song for right now, Oseh Shalom. Can I invite someone to sing this? Does anyone feel inclined to sing a couple lines of Oseh Shalom?
Yeah, I'll try.
Go for it, Ellen.
Oseh Shalom Bimruma, Uyaseh Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Yisrael, Ve'al Kol Yeshvei Tefer, Ve'imru. Amen.
Amen. Big hugs, Ellen. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oseh Shalom indeed. And now we come to the healing energy. Perfect. I'm already feeling a lot of healing energy going on right now. So with a few chords, we're going to summon everything that we've been talking about today. If Elias can find the chords. Hold on. Yay! So we're going to summon all of this energy we're feeling, all of this wonderful love and healing energy. We're going to send it to everyone we can think of who needs it. And with every breath we use to say the names of those we are thinking of who need healing, we are also healing ourselves, and we're healing the whole world. I would like to invite everyone here. If you'd like to write it in the chat, that's fine. Or we can go one by one. I'll know if you unmute that you'd like to speak. I can see Marvin Gruber. You're unmuted. Who are you sending healing energy to?
Ernesto Schimberg, doing all that. Nelson Raspaldo.
Lots of healing energy out their way. Al, who are you sending healing energy to?
My wife, Tracy, Ellen Friedman, Granny Franny, Brady's father, Fiona and her husband, our friend Molly's dog, Sammy, that had brain surgery last week, Rabbi Galit, and Toby, and Sephora.
Amen. Okay, let me look at, for some reason it's not showing me everyone here, so I can't see. Okay. Would anyone else like to share? You can raise your hand or write in the chat the names of those you would like to talk.
Rabbi?
Yes, Ellen.
Thank you. All those who are suffering physically, emotionally, and spiritually around the world. All Sim Shalomers who are in need of refuah shlema. Bill Ben Ann, Richard Ben Sylvia, Bill Ben Betty B, Marlene Bachaya, Jenny Bakwana, Perry Ben Betty, Clinton Ben Jeannie. Tadaraba.
Amen. Tadalach. Okay. Would anyone else like to share? Okay. May the one who blessed our ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebekah, Rachel, and Leah, bless and heal those who are ill. May the Blessed One be filled with compassion for their health to be restored, to their strength to be revived. May God swiftly send them a complete renewal of body and spirit. And let us say, Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hu rofei et hacholim rofei kol hazmanim. And now we continue with the Kaddish Shalom. Yeah, let's do a Kaddish Shalom. Let's do a little bit of really traditional stuff here. Yikarav yikra shemei rabba, bi'omad yivrachu tev v'mlich malchu tev v'chaychon v'yomachon v'chay d'chol beit Yisrael, ba'agalav yizman karivim aru. Amen. Yishei shmei rabba mevorach le'olam u'me'omaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitba'ar v'yitraman v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitaleh shmei d'kudsha, b'ri.
Miracle.
Leila min kol birchata v'shirata tushbachata v'nechemata damiran v'yama v'imaru.
Amen.
Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya v'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imaru.
Amen.
Oh, say shalom b'mamav hu yaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imaru.
Amen.
Please rise in body or in spirit, or with, some air-adjusted traction if you're a, 18-wheeler for the aleinu. What is it called? Not traction. What is it called? Suspension. I don't know from trucks. Aleinu l'shabeach ladon hakol latet gdula liyotzer breshit shelo asanu kegoyei haratzot velo samanu kimishpachot hadama shelo sam chelkenu kahem vegor aleinu kechol hamonam v'anachnu korim umishtachavim umodim Lifnei melech malchei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu v'ne'emar vaya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz bayom hahu yehiyeh Adonai echad. We are praying for the safety of Kol Medinat Yisrael hu yevarechet Kol Choshvei Medinat Yisrael, Baruch Atah Adonai. Now we have come to the Mourner's Kaddish, where we will say the names of all of those loved ones who are visiting them tonight. Before we're going to say the Mourner's Kaddish, but the person on my mind among Sephora and Toby is my mother, who was one of the strongest people I ever knew. And she gave me, she had She had trauma starting at age around 6 or so. The priest would come into the house, and with her mom's consent, this was a very, very deep, dark world that she was living in South Boston, and somehow she made it out of that through all of the addiction she went through all of the doubt and all of the fear, through all of the pain, and she found sobriety. She went to law school. She worked for the Mexican American Legal Defense Fund. She went through 2 miscarriages, and then I happened. And she poured all of her love into me and my sister, and she gave us 27 years of sober love. And, it was never easy for her. It was never easy, but it was definitely one day at a time that created the person that I am today. And without her going through every single one of those steps, every single one of those moments, every single time she needed to reach out, every time she needed to put herself first, I'm very, very grateful that she did, because I am the result of that. So I want to say thank you to my mother first and foremost tonight, who passed 3 years ago and 3 years ago and 2 months. So love you, Mom. Anyone else think of someone tonight? Marvin, you're unmuted.
Is this for Kaddish?
Yeah.
Father Joseph Gruber, Rebecca Hill, Larry Silberg.
We remember all of them, and their love that continues to exist in you, Marvin. Anyone else? Barbara and Mark, yes.
My sister, Claire Krastenstein, she died last week.
Wow. I am so sorry for your loss, Barbara. But thank you for sharing it with us, because I remember the week after my mom died, it was one of the loneliest times for me, because telling people, oh, my mom died last week. I mean, I didn't want to do that. You know, I had this sense of almost shame or something. And I'm really happy that you broke that, if you had that right now, and shared that with us. Because that's very special. And Claire is now part of this community because you did that. So thank you for that, Barbara.
She has her own very large synagogue community. She used to lead the Saturday morning services for the people that didn't want to go to the bar bat mitzvah. She led the services for the other people.
Wow.
There was for 300 and some
That's
people,
350 people
at the funeral.
Wow. What a beloved person.
The sanctuary was full.
What a child of God. Look at how many lives she touched. Look how many people she taught Torah to.
Yep.
You know?
Right.
We're coming right out of Holocaust Remembrance Day. The legacy of your sister Claire is the best answer I can think of. It is the best we will never forget. And also, so much life. You know, because I would have been one of those people. Sometimes the bar mitzvahs were too much. I was at one of those synagogues that was like a bar mitzvah factory. You know, it was every Saturday. So sometimes you just want to sink into the service and really feel it. And so I'm really grateful for people like your sister for having done that. And I can imagine 350 people at the funeral. Wow. Well, I'm glad that you included us. I really am. Thank you.
You include me.
We include each other. And, you know, that's the thing. We all here, I could see as you were talking, we could all feel the magnitude of her love she had for Torah, for the Jews, for the Jewish people, for the unitedness of the love that we're talking about. And just in you saying it, you brought it back up, and here we are again. So that's wonderful. Thank you. We remember you, Claire, and we love you. Would anyone else like to share? Ellen and Tinoki, yes.
All those who have nobody to say Kaddish for them.
Amen. Also a very important lesson of Holocaust Memorial Day. Thank you, Ellen. Anyone else? We see, oh, I should check the chat. That's a good idea. No one's in the chat besides those we've spoken of already. All right, so I'm thinking of my mom, and we're thinking of Claire, and we're thinking of Marvin's dad and Marvin's family, and all those who have no one to say Kaddish for them. Continue now. Oh shoot, what am I doing?
Dad's not for another few weeks. It's higher than 9th.
Oh, Ellen says I have a class now. Bye, Ellen. No worries. Have a good afternoon. Okay. Are we sharing? Can you see the screen now? Okay. Please, everyone who would like to, you are welcome to unmute and read the Mourner's Kaddish along with me. I'll put my cursor on the screen to make it as inclusive as I can. Yit Gadal, the Yit Kadash, Shemei Rabba, Bialma Divra Chirute, Viamlich Malchute, Bechayechon Uviomechon, Uvchaye Dechol Beit Yisrael, Ba'agala Uvizman Kariv, Vimru. Amen. Yehe Shmei Rabba Mevorach Leolam Ulmei Ulmaya, Yitbarach Vishtabach, Vitpa'ar Vitraman, Vitnaseh, Vitadar Vitale Vitalal, Shemei Dekutsha Richu, Le'ela Min Kol Birchata Vishirata, Tushbechata Venechemata, Damiran Biama Vimru. Amen. Yehe Shlama Rabba Min Shemaya, Vechaim Tovim Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael Vimru. Amen. Ose Shalom Bimromav, Hu Ya'aseh Shalom, Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol Yoshvei Tevel v'imru. Amen. And that is the end of our service. That is the Ma'ariv service from Sim Shalom Synagogue. What a wonderful, meaningful service. What a great way to, we did not count the Omer, and I'm not about to mess up today. So let me get that up while you have a talk amongst yourselves moment.
You're muted, Rabbi.
Thank you. So well, that's good because it wasn't very articulate anyway. I was just trying to explain the Omer, but everyone here knows what the Omer is. We're counting the Omer. We're about to get the 14th day. So together we can say the blessing and then do the counting. Are we ready? Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al sefirat haomer. Blessed are you, Lord our God, King of the universe, who has sanctified us with his commandments and commanded us concerning the counting of the Omer. This is the translation of Chabad. Now, we do the counting itself. Hayom arba asara, it's masculine. Hayom arba'a asar yom shehem shnei shavuot laomer. Wow, it's been 2 weeks already. Today is 14 days, which is 2 weeks of the Omer. Ta-da! Okay. Congratulations, Super Jews. We made it to day 14. What a wonderful, wonderful service. Thank you for sharing this with me. I'm really grateful that we had this together. I'm so glad we had this time together.
Thank you, Rabbi. It was a wonderful service.
Thank you, Barbara. Thank you for...
Yes, it was, Rabbi. Thank you.
Thank you, Toby. It was great. I really appreciated everyone who spoke. Yeah, wonderful. Give our love to Aurelia when she wakes up, okay, Reba? Thank you for being the wonderful Safta that you are.
Yeah, she's been walking all over the place. Let me see if you can see her.
I didn't know she was walking.
Oh, let's see. Oh, let me see what we got here.
Shalom.
Everywhere. I mean, just everywhere.
Shalom. Shalom.
She's adorable.
Shalom, Aurelia.
Bye.
And she's trying to talk too.
Wow, look how curious she is.
We have a lot of these sliding doors, and some of them she can open. And she just loves to open doors and walk through. She just opens doors.
I was just in shock. It feels like yesterday that she was just sitting on your lap and like, look at this, look at this fine motor skills.
Yeah. Now she can open doors. She walks everywhere and she tries to talk.
Shalom. Thanks for coming to services, Aurelia. Wow. One of the things I love about what we're doing here is this is recorded. This is going to be on YouTube forever. And so Aurelia is going to get to watch this and she's going to get to show her kids. Look at me. I went to services when I was this years old. Okay. You can go. She's gonna, this is going to be great leverage. I'm so happy for you, Reba. I'm so happy for you.
Thanks.
Wow, this makes me so happy. This is a wonderful way to end the service. May all the Aurelias of the world have all of the Reba's love. You know what I mean? May we all feel that kind of love in our lives. This is a wonderful way to end the service. This is what Erev Tov, this is what Shalom, this is what we're about. So good night, everybody. Erev Tov.
Erev Tov, Rabbi.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye.
Night. Thank you, Rabbi.
Good night.